Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the weekend. Um, yeah, the Minecraft night last night was a massive success with the longtime friends. I really, really enjoyed um, that. Yeah, I just literally sat here and got shit faced. And yeah, we all played Minecraft together, which is the first time we've done that in I don't even know how long, just a very long time. So it was super fun. I was literally just laughing at everything. It was insane. It was uncontrollable. Anyway, so I wake up this morning feeling not very hungover, which is nice. And then I pop on the YouTube like I normally do. And I see Mark Rober's newest video about that drone delivery company or yeah. Uh, it was an amazing video. Definitely would recommend it. I mean, the thing. I mean, I clicked on it because it's a industry slash technology that I'm kind of interested in a general sense, right? But I was thoroughly surprised to see that like one of the main things this company is actually doing, um, beyond working on the drone delivery sort of service stuff like that, is that they're sort of working on this adjacent field where they have they're in Rwanda, delivering medical supplies to hospitals and such, like, and it's insane, like like the I mean, I think the statistic that he put in the video was that death of women who are giving birth, there's like a term for that, but like maternal death rates or whatever, I don't know, are down 88% because of supplies being delivered so quickly. Like, it's fucking insane. Like, literally, I was just sitting there, like, crying. I was just watching it. I was just started crying. Like, I don't know. I don't cry about much. And so usually it's like when I mean, it wasn't like I was really crying. It was just like my eyes were like fully tearing and basically, yeah. I don't really cry, but sometimes. It's usually from like moving content. It's not usually like from life, I don't know. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it was just like it was so beautiful to see this company that's like, one, making a pretty valuable technology, but then like two, figuring out, okay, we have this technology, we have this thing that we're focusing on, this sort of sector of engineering that we're focusing on. What's an actual problem that we can solve with this? And like, sure, yeah, fucking getting your Uber Eats delivered is a problem that can be solved by drone delivery. That's cool, whatever. But what's even cooler is having women giving birth death rates going down 88% because you're delivering fucking medical supplies that quickly. Like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. So, plus, Rwanda in general, it's beautiful what such tragedy can do to um, the communal human spirit, I suppose. And yeah, I didn't have much to talk about today, so I'm just starting off with what is like in the back of my head, because the back of my head right now is feeling very grateful for human connection and just the power of us collectively, and all the good that we can do, even though we can do a lot of bad too. It's a dichotomy of yin and yang kind of thing, right? But the as heartbreaking as the worst things are, the good things are just as beautiful. So it's nice to be reminded of that regularly by these companies or by these people, by these engineers who are, you know, putting their best foot forward to try to actually help people. And that's nice. And I mean, I think that's probably one of the biggest things that I find unsatisfying or unfulfilling about my job specifically is like, you know, I mean, I enjoy doing the work that I do, and I enjoy the problems that I solve. Um, but like our clientele are mostly just realtors who are kind of generally vapid and not the nicest people. So, not to say that they all are that way, because they're not. I mean, a lot of them are very nice people, very nice to work with, but a good majority of them as well are very rude and very vapid. So yeah, and then we like bend over backwards for that. So it's it's not exactly satisfying in the same way that saving people's lives is, or solving an actual critical problem, or like making people's lives like better, I guess, in some fundamental way. But not all of us can have those kind of meaningful jobs, I suppose. I mean, and that's the thing, is like meaningfulness, or like a meaningful, like a purpose driven sort of way of living your life is I mean, it can get very granular. Like, I do love the example of like the trash man, the trash can guy or something. He's helping everyone like move waste away from them, for them to have a more comfortable life, right? So I mean, the more overlooked services of our societies are some of the most important. I mean, nobody wants to go into a field and get paid 25 cents an hour for each, or 25 cents per pound of food they can pick, from bushes and shit. But it's an extremely important skill and service that is being done for us by people mostly lesser than immigrants and sometimes illegals. And I mean, that's the thing that I mean, this branching off into a different topic, but that's why I've always found the whole immigration, like illegals being stupid, like illegals being a bad thing, that being stupid, because like they do so much of the shit work that we don't want to do. So like, how can you not be grateful for them coming here and accepting shitty jobs? Like, that is what they do. They prop up our entire society. How is that a bad thing? I don't know. They don't steal your job, because unless your job is that shitty job, which it probably isn't, then you probably shouldn't be that concerned. I don't know. But yeah, people are very inspiring. And I mean, I think that's why I and my coworkers are so interested in making the co-op a thing, is because, it's actually something that we can fundamentally help people. It's a more fundamental thing that can actually benefit someone's life. And artists especially, because I mean, being an artist and being successful as an artist, being able to live as an artist, is so, it's not quite as simple as like going to college to be a doctor and then becoming a doctor. Or I don't want to say that becoming a doctor is simple, because it's not. It's just more straightforward. Let's see. Here. Move this one over here. That looks more balanced. Yeah. Okay. Just had a light die. Whatever. It is more straightforward, though, to successfully make it as a doctor or a nurse, or something that has like a clear linear path, right? With artistry and arts in general, like it's a lot more of like a luck based thing. And also, I mean, if that's something that you're fundamentally interested in, like having people to talk to about it is also extremely pivotal, because one, collaboration is massive, and also like it sucks not being able to like talk to people about the stuff you want to talk about, because being a creative person and being stuck in these sort of microchasms of thought and problem solving in your own creativity is it's a lot, and it sucks to not have like anyone to talk to. It's not fun. I don't know. And yes, that comes down to who you pick as your friends and blah blah blah, and sure. But I mean, in this modern age, it's a little hard to fucking make new friends, and it's a little hard to connect with strangers in a meaningful way. These are the kind of things that I think that are really important to us and to me especially, because yeah, like without it, we are where we are, and where we are right now, I think there's just a lot of like frictioned items in between where we are now and where we could be. So it's just a matter of, looking at those pieces and trying to like undo them a little bit and figure out ways around them, and and I think that's all any of us really want. Of course there's some people who don't want to help anyone ever. And that's just their whole thing. Their whole internal identity is just, why would I help someone else? What do they do for me? And yeah, okay, fine, sure, that might be true, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, I guess. It's just yeah, that's a waste of time. Go serve at a soup kitchen or some shit, I don't know. Experience actual community. Experience the mental impacts of caring about someone else besides yourself. Can be quite rewarding. And yeah, I think it's a whole thing with America in general. It's just, we have this massive individualistic spirit. We don't really think about things in the sense of what's good for the greater whole. We think about, what's good for us. What are you doing for me? And that's not, it doesn't mean that that's the only way. Like, it's like everything is that way. It's you got to take the pieces and kind of put them together in some way. It's not just only all me, and it's not all everybody, like serving everybody. There's a balance somewhere between the two. And I think that's the important part of it all, is that there is a balance between those two things. And that's what we I think need to focus on more here in the States specifically. Other countries definitely have it better aligned with their ideals and things like that. Like you take a look at like Norway or Finland or things like that, where their taxes are super high, but also they have tons of social safety nets and social services. Like, they understand that their tax money is going to serve everybody, not just take money from them. They don't see it as taking money from them. It is what it is. It is taking money from them, but it's serving everybody. And that's the that's the meat and potatoes of the point, right? Like, I pay right now, like 20% taxes or whatever, but like, is that being used for something fundamental, right? Like, yes, it is actually, but I would gladly give more to provide more, so. I have been for a while now wanting to figure out ways to actually to actually go pick something and volunteer and just like experience that. Because it's not like it's glamorous or anything. It's just, it's something mentally that's like takes you out of your sort of bubble, right? And it sounds like it could be valuable. A lot of people say it's valuable. So, and the work that I'm doing with the evac thing is volunteerism, I suppose, right? Like, it's something, even though there's nothing really like fundamentally being done yet, but we're getting there. We're getting to the point where something fundamental actually might be valuable to someone else. So anyway, humanity can be inspiring, and it is nice to be reminded of that. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm actually going to leave it at that. I think that's good enough for today. I could go on for another 7 minutes about nonsense random shit, but I don't really want to. Kind of want to just leave it at that. So I'm going to. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday, and I will probably talk to you sometime tomorrow. And until then, my friends, stay peachy. I keep saying that. I don't know why. I gotta pick something else. Go play Minecraft, because it's actually kind of a fun game. In such a weird way, it's fun. I don't know. Okay. Goodbye. Love you.